Liverpool in formal talks for Porto midfielder, and new name emerges among the favourites for Liverpool's next coach. Hello, let's go to the news from Liverpool. If you want to stay up to date with everything that happens in the Reds, subscribe to the channel and leave your like on this video. Feyenoord manager Arne Slot has emerged as a surprise name among the favourites to take over as Liverpool's next manager, having already rejected Tottenham. While the focus is on Sporting CP manager Ruben Amorim, the claim that Liverpool will be brave rather than popular when it comes to naming Jurgen Klopp's successor adds to the intrigue. Perhaps, like Xabi Alonso, the big favourite is not the coach the Reds will turn to. There are other names tipped for the role, including Feyenoord manager Slot, who is overseeing another impressive campaign after turning down Tottenham last summer. A 45-year-old former midfielder whose playing career was spent entirely in the Netherlands, Slot started out as coach of AZ Alkmaar, joining Feyenoord ahead of the 2021-22 season. He led the Rotterdam team to third place in the Eredivisie before winning the title the following season. This aroused the interest of Tottenham, who were looking for a replacement for Antonio Conte. But he refused the advances and preferred to remain at Feyenoord. This time, his team is on track to finish second behind PSV Eindhoven, and on Saturday they will contest the KNVB Cup final against NEC Nijmegen. Feyenoord recently grabbed the headlines for their 6-0 thrashing of Ajax, in which they restricted their opponents to just one shot and fired 30 at goal. There is reason to believe that Slot would score highly in Liverpool's data-driven survey when it comes to potential managers. Not only does he have the honor of supporting him, winning the Eredivisie last season and finishing runners-up in the Europa Conference League in 2021-22, but his eye-catching style of football has also caught the eye. He has shown a willingness to integrate youth and is seen as a strong coach, while his goal-scoring team has the second-best goal difference in this season's Eredivisie +54. Speaking amid speculation over a move to Tottenham last year, Slot was quoted by Sky Sports as saying, "My next step will not be a club in the Netherlands. If this is my next step, then I have completely failed. The next normal step will be to go abroad, and I have always said that the best league in the world is the Premier League." It is claimed that Liverpool have begun formal talks over a deal with Porto midfielder Alan Varela, with interest dating back to his time in Argentina. Although the Reds are yet to name their next manager, work will continue behind the scenes when it comes to reshaping the squad for next season. One of those targets, it seems, could be Varela, the 22-year-old defensive midfielder who has shown since moving to Porto last summer. According to Argentine journalist Luis Fergasi, Liverpool have begun formal talks with Porto over a deal that would give the player's former club Boca Juniors a 20% payout. Varela has a release clause in his contract worth €70 million £60.4 million, which would see Boca receive €14 million £12.1 million. Liverpool are said to be closer to signing Varela, who already knows what contract he would have if he moved to Anfield, which, says Fergasi, would certainly happen in June. It is not the first time that Liverpool have linked themselves with the Argentine and, in fact, they have been following his development for years. It was reported that scouts were present at several Boca Juniors games in 2023, before Varela's €11 million move to Porto last summer. They have since monitored their performance, with Portuguese newspaper O Jogo claiming earlier this month that scouts watched Porto lose 2-1 to Vitória. Liverpool are not alone in their interests, of course, with Man City, Man United, Chelsea, Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid and Borussia Dortmund all linked, but Fergasi's upgrades are certainly intriguing, with another midfield addition likely as Thiago prepares to depart at the end of the season. Varela is a natural number 6 who is particularly comfortable in possession, with FBref listing him in the 92nd pass completion percent among midfielders in football's top 15 leagues. Crucially, the Argentine under-23 midfielder has a perfect record when it comes to injuries, with his only absence reported by Transfermarkt due to the COVID-19 quarantine in 2021, when he missed 2 games for Boca Juniors. A new team made up of sporting director Richard Hughes and assistant David Woodfine is coordinating with Fenway Sports Group football CEO Michael Edwards and Liverpool's recruitment team when it comes to targets this summer. Many of these will be long-standing as the club returns to a data-driven process after handing power to Jurgen Klopp in recent seasons. Portugal will be considered a key market, especially with Sporting CP's Ruben Amorim the favourite to replace Klopp, and Varela has already proven himself capable of taking a step forward. Thank you for staying until the end. Comment below if for you Varela can be a good reinforcement for Liverpool. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any news from the Reds.